Hey everyone, in this FC25 Foundations IV SBC guide, I'm going to walk you through this one. If you need help with the first three, have a little look at my other video tutorials. So Foundations 4, if we complete the entire group, we'll get a 2 rare gold players pack. So let's just jump into here. We have 4 challenges like we had with the previous 3, but they're a little bit more complicated than what we saw before. So Hybrid Chemistry 1 is the first one we're going to look at. Squad requirements, players from the same league, exactly 3 in your starting 11. Players from the same country, also exactly 3 in your starting 11, and chemistry per player, minimum of 2. And we will get a silver pack for doing this one. So let's have a little look and see what we've got. So we'll start from scratch. Okay, so this one is difficult because they need to be same country and same league, and the position is going to be important because we need chemistry per player a minimum of 2. So you're going to need to have the right position as well. So this is a little more difficult. So we can have a little look at the club, and I may have to go quite high up for these. So because I haven't got many bronze or silver players, what I'm actually going to do is go on the transfer market. So I'm going to set the position to left wing here, and I'm going to go country region. I'm just going to go for England for argument's sake, and I'm going to go League 2. So there we go, the EFL League 2. And let's just see what pops up. So you can see Spellman is popping up here, 150, 700 buy it now. So I'm going to hit triangle again and then just go to the max price here and say, look, I don't want to spend much. Let's say 300 max. That's not looking good. 400. That's not looking good either. 500. So Spellman here I could get for 500. Now you could go with a more random league and you may do a little bit better with this. So let's have a little look at that. So let's go for a different region. Let's go for someone a little more unusual. Let's go with, say, China PR, right? So we're going to try and fill it in here. We'll have a little look at this and just see whether we can get a cheaper price. So we'll go maximum price here. Using L2 there to change that and search. So I've got this dude here, Dalun. So I'm going to take a bit of a risk here, just going to make sure they can play on the left wing. So I've actually forgot to do that. So we'll hit triangle, we'll go to position, and we'll go left wing. So we'll say, look, dude, I want China here, maximum of this. This dude is fine, buy it now of 200. So I'm going to say yes. So we will add them to the squad, and I'll say chuck him in the left wing. Okay, so we'll do the same thing on the center mid. I'm going to select it with X, go to the transfer market, and it's updated that to there. It's kept these here, but it's put my max price too high, so I'm just going to go maximum 200. Select this dude, yes, and in that dude goes. And then we'll do exactly the same thing with the center back here. I don't know why it keeps putting that price up there, but I think this is the easiest, the easiest way of doing this. So we'll select that position, go here. Change that max price to that and search with triangle. This dude, yes. And you can see we've got everything hit here. So the other way would be to look if you've got any players from the same country and league and stuff. But for 600 for speed, I think that's probably an easier way of doing it. But just pick a smaller, less in demand league, like maybe that China one there. That worked rather well. So we were going with China 1, but they were only 200 each. So that worked well. So submit. We'll get our silver pack untradeable. So we'll hit that. Congratulations, challenge complete. You've earned the following rewards: a silver pack. Let's see what we get. So we spent 600, which actually that's not too bad to get ourselves a silver pack. That's a lot cheaper than it would be in the shop. But obviously these aren't going to be tradable, I don't think. But let's see what we get. Pretty good, a 74. Nice. Let's see if they're tradable or not. I can't remember whether they are or they're not. I don't think they are. But they're still cool for other SBCs, so we'll right trigger those. I've got a couple of duplicates at L2 to get rid of those. Not right trigger, R2. I keep getting confused between Xbox and PlayStation because I own both. Sorry about that. Confirm items, quick sell. Yes. So there we go. That is that one done. Right, let's go on to the second challenge, Hybrid Chemistry 2. Same league, exactly 3 in the starting 11. 1 club, exactly 3 in the starting 11. Chemistry per player there. So pretty much the same sort of thing as this. It looks same country this time is the difference rather than at 1 club. So let's have a little look at that. Okay, so this one is more demanding because it's same league, same club, and you've got to get the position right. So this is difficult. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just, again, pick a random area. So we'll go with China, the CSL here. And I'm just going to have a little look and see who we've got that might hit these. So I just want to see whether there's, people from a club where there's quite a lot of players. So we've got this Fang Hao here. What's this club? Beijing. All right, so let's narrow down to that and just see whether there's lots of players from Beijing that might hit this. So we've got left back, right winger, centre back, centre mid, right winger, goalkeeper. So that's looking interesting. We need a left midfielder. So what I'm going to do is have a little look and just see whether there's a left midfielder from that club. And there is nothing. So that's going to be a problem. So we'll go back to the squad here and just try a different club. So let's try any first and narrow down on a club. So what do we got? CCYT. Interesting. TJT. So everyone's cheap here, which is a good thing. So QDHN, let's just go with this to see whether we can get the other positions. So I know we want to. So I'm going to look at the left midfielder and see who's got a left midfielder. As you would expect, quite a few clubs. So SFC has one. Okay. So we could buy that for 200. So let's have a little look what other positions we need. We need a striker. So let's have a little look at that. SFC's who we're looking for. You would hope that there would be, yep, there's one there. And then a right back as well. So we'll have a little look at the right back. So select that, go here, and let's just see SFC. Let's see whether there is an easy enough to get right back. Looks like one there, 500, so slightly more than I want to pay, but hopefully we can find one cheaper. So we're going to do this. So we'll go with the right back first, and we'll go maximum of 200. Let's see whether we can get that SFC one. So what we can do now is let's change the club to that SFC. Which one is it? That one. Right back, yes. Okay, so we're going to go this dude. Job done. Then we'll select this one. And it's keeping SFC, but it's moved to that. So we'll get this dude. And of course, you could do this with any league that you want. Just make sure that the players look like they're there to begin with. And then we'll go here and search. Just be careful that you've selected this first with an X before you do the search. And then it'll just check that you've got them. There we go. And we've done them. So that's all three of that done. Rating of 28. You can see we've got 3 chemistry between them. We needed a minimum of 2, but job is done. So we'll submit that. Submit squad. Challenge complete, and we get the silver pack for that as well. So there it is. Let's see what we get. Di Chiara, nice. Good. I've also got another silver unlock pack. That's pretty cool. So we'll grab that. We'll move these to quick sell. L2, R2 to get rid of an X. Another silver pack. Let's see what we get. So that was well worth it again that we've bought 3 players, but we've got ourselves basically 2 silver packs there. That's a little bit of luck. That's cool. Hybrid Chemistry 3. So this one club, exactly 2 in your starting 11. Same country, exactly 2 in the starting 11. Chemistry at minimum of 2. And I'm going to get a silver pack for this. So this is saying combine nations and club chemistry. So let's start. So you can see just 2 here. 1 club, 2. Same country, 2. Chemistry, the same sort of thing there. So let's see. We need club and country to be the same. So I'm going to have a little look at China again. I don't know why I keep going with China, but I think my main thing is they seem to be a little bit cheaper on here, which is cool. So we're going to get that alphabetical league, go China, and we want the same club for these positions. So let's just have a little look who we've got and look at the squad. So we want a goalkeeper. And we've got China there. Let's just see who pops up. Actually, let's change that search so the pricing. Let's go maximum of 200. Okay, so we've got CZFC, SZPC, QDHN, Hanan FC. Hanan FC looks interesting. So let's go here and see what happens there. If we get any of those ones. I think I said NTFC. Pretty sure I did. But Hanan sticks in my head for some reason. I don't know why. There you go. So I'm going to go with that one because I definitely know I saw one for the goalkeeper. So we'll select that one, pop that dude in, and then we'll select this with X and go again. And we could, put in the club as well, but I'm just going to right stick here and look for that dude again. So I think it was Henan FC, that one. And we are done. There you go. Submit. So that's only cost me 400 to get that one done. We get the silver pack again. Good value for money. Challenge complete. Update the store. Let's see who we get. Do it again. So again, loads of silver players there. We'll move that one to quick sell. Job done. And now we got the fourth and final challenge of this one. So we need to get 10 chemistry minimum, exchange 5 players that have 10 total chemistry points. So let's start from scratch. So the idea with chemistry is you want to have these players sharing something. So we basically need, we need 2 from each, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we're going to need some similarity between them. So again, you could look at your club and see if you've got anyone here that, works. So let's just have a little look at bronze common and see whether that gives us any starting point to get some chemistry. So we've got China, India, Poland, China again. But that's a left midfielder. That's a left winger, so that's not really going to work. Just seeing if we've got anyone else. Serbia, Sweden, England, Northern Ireland. Not really of my most simple ones. So what do we got here? Beijing, centre-back. So I'm going to stick with the China thing again. So I'll use that centre-back. Pop that one in there. And let's go and find some Chinese players, ideally from Beijing. So we'll go transfer market. We'll set this to 200. Oops, that's that done. I didn't want 250, 200. We want the country region to be China. There. The Chinese 1 league, like so. And let's see if we can go Beijing and see what we get. So goalkeeper, that's cool. We'll grab that one. Yes. Pop that dude in there. So you can see they've already got 2 chemistry because we've got the club and country and league there. So we'll hit the left back here and we keep all the other filters. We'll search. Yeah. And then this one. Oh, hang on. I've gone the wrong way. Let's get rid of that. Send to my club. I meant to select there and go L1. Search. That's good. Oh, no. Now I can't get that dude because I've already got him in. So we'll go for a different one. Beiyang. Yep. And then the last one. Select here. L1. Search. And this dude should be... I can't remember whether he was on the... Does he play left back as well? Don't think we've got that dude. So let's... Can't remember whether I picked the other dude, but there we go. We've hit them all. So total chemistry minimum of 10. We've got 15. Number of players in the squad 5, and that's cost us 200 coins each. So it seems pretty sensible to me. Submit the squad. Challenge is complete. There you go, my friends. So we have done Foundations 4 completed in this SBC guide FC 25. Let's see what we get in this one. 2 rare gold players packs. That's pretty cool. So let's come back out to the store. See who we get. So we've got the premium silver pack first. So this one obviously cost me a little bit more, about 1,000 coins. So again, not bad for a silver pack with lots of players, so that's okay. But they are untradeable. We'll just clear that. We're more interested in these 2 rare gold players. Let's see who we get. Here they come. Who is it? Ooh. Pretty good, Frenzy. I'm pretty sure I already own Frenzy, though. Virtually certain I owned Frenzy. Oh, no. That's interesting. I thought I already owned her. Maybe I've sold her or traded her for someone else. But there we go. So those are the 2 players that we get. And I will pop them into my team. So if we go back to the SBCs, you will see now Foundations 4 is done in this SBC guide, my friends. If that was useful to you, there we go. So we just got Foundations 5 to do. Give us a thumbs up, please. That's much appreciated. Any comments welcome. If you need more help with FC 25, do let me know with what. I'll do my best to help in a future video. Thanks for watching. And if you like what I do, hit that subscribe, will you? Thanks.